Begin afresh every morning. Devotional thoughts for women.
Greetings, my beloved friends. Today, September 15th, 2023, our devotional is entitled The Disciples' Fear. The scripture reading is taken from Matthew chapter 17, verse 7. But Jesus came and touched them and said, "Arise, do not be afraid." How difficult it must have been for the three disciples who witnessed the transfiguration of Jesus to keep quiet about what they had seen. But it was not the time to tell anyone yet, nor did they understand what they had witnessed. Only at the death and resurrection of Jesus would the panorama be complete. Until then, they were to keep quiet. The fact that they were to remain silent about it until after the resurrection implies that at that time the other disciples would be ready to understand and that their faith would be strengthened by the account of the three who witnessed the event. Furthermore, having with their own eyes beheld two men over whom death had no power, these three disciples should have been prepared to believe Christ's words concerning his resurrection, and to impart faith and courage to their fellow disciples. The three disciples chosen for the transfiguration experience did not hear the conversation between Jesus, Elijah, and Moses because they were sleeping. They missed the words of comfort they brought, the hope that heaven deposited in Jesus, the salvation of the human race that was the central theme of the conversation. Their faith would have been even stronger if they had heard the comforting words of Moses and Elijah. Failing to watch and pray, they had not received that which God desired to give them, a knowledge of the suffering of Christ and the glory that should follow. They lost the blessing that might have been theirs through sharing his self-sacrifice. Slow of heart to believe were these disciples, like little appreciative of the treasure with which heaven sought to enrich them. May sleep never dominate you in such a way that you missed out on the final events. What the three disciples did experience that day was the glory of Jesus. While they were still gazing on the scene upon the mount, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and behold, a voice out of the cloud which said, "This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him." As they beheld the cloud of glory, brighter than that which went before the tribes of Israel in the wilderness, as they heard the voice of God speak in awful majesty, that caused the mountain to tremble, the disciples fell smitten to the earth. They remained prostrate, their faces hidden, till Jesus came near and touched them, dispelling their fears with his well-known voice, "Arise and be not afraid." Venturing to lift up their eyes, they saw that the heavenly glory had passed away. The forms of Moses and Elijah had disappeared. They were upon the mount, alone with Jesus. They were no longer afraid of their earthly future, because they had a glimpse of their eternal future. This should be our sentiment also.